Oh, fuck. Wait, hold on. I need to start moving some stuff. Anyways. Hello, people. It is... I am an hour late to the stream, but it's okay. I fell asleep again, of course. Gotta love when school starts. Anyways, let me just... Sorry, I'm just trying to... Fuck. Did my paper get glued together? Shit. Give me 1 second. I just gotta, like, figure some stuff out right now for this. I have a bunch of paper with me right now. I need to figure out how to... Hold the fuck up. Okay. And then... this way? Okay. What the fuck? How did I make this? Oh, right here, this way. And then this one opens up to this page. Okay. All my pages are unstuck now. Great. Cool. Anyways. I am magically still alive. I think I had a sketch somewhere in my sketchbook. I have been, like, dead today. I had 3 classes, which... was, you know, my classes. So, that was interesting. Wait, hold on. Where the fuck is it? I swear to God, I drew a sketch on one of these pages. I just, like, don't keep my sketchbook in order. So I'm, like, currently searching for it. Give me 1 second. Because it's just easier if I, like, have some level of planning-ish. What the fuck? Why did I lose it? Hello? Oh, here it is. Okay. Anyways. I think I was probably gonna draw her like this. I think this will only be like a sketch or up to line art maybe, or like just base colors, just because I'm tired and I still have to do a reading for tomorrow's class. So we're just gonna keep it somewhat simple, I think. But yeah, hopefully my energy will go up slowly as the stream goes on. But yeah. I'm like should I do like a really... Okay, you know what? Let's just do... What did I title this stream as? Okay. I was gonna draw my OC, but I think I'll just like fuck around and just make a new one instead. 'Cause that's always easier. And then... I think it's like this. I'm just kind of guesstimating the angle for all this right now, so just like, you know, ignore me, I guess. No, hold on. Has to be more like... Hello? I feel stupid. Why are you not working? What? Ganglang? Okay. Also, hello. Welcome. I was supposed to start this like an hour ago, but I fell asleep. I was taking a nap, and then I woke up from the nap a couple of times, and I was just like, fuck this. And I just kept going back to sleep. It was bad, guys. Anyways. I feel like I should be better at this specific angle by now because I've drawn it so many times, but whatever. Also, I'm about to lose it because I have to do a 50 frame animation by next week, like traditionally. Fuck my life. For one of my classes. So, you know, that's always fun. So I have to work on that later on sometime this week. Originally I was gonna draw one of my OCs, but I don't know, should I do it? Or I can come up with like a new OC. Basically, the difference between like coming up with a new one and like drawing my originally established OC is one of them has like a very specific color palette, and the other one I'm gonna go like full rainbow blasted colors on them. Cause I like adding like a lot of accessories to characters sometimes. So, not 100% sure. But if I draw my already like pre-established OC, then I can like go a little bit more on like on a darker theme for her, because that's just kind of how her story is. But yeah. Oh wait, hold on. You know what? Let's go with a more neutral pose that I could just switch into whichever one I want. Yeah, I have a lot of struggle trying to figure out what exactly I want to draw sometimes, because it depends on like how tired I am. Because all these drawings are like very like outside of all my classes, obviously. So all the stuff that I have to make for classes, I have to like consider how much time it'll take for me to do all those work, and then I'm like also doing these drawings. Cause a lot of the work that I do for class is like very different than the work I do like on Twitch, because I don't know, it's just a different art style, honestly, and also very different subjects. So I basically don't really draw people anymore. Whenever I draw for school, I'm mostly just drawing animals. Except I don't actually know how animals work. Hello, welcome. But yeah, you know, just a choice that I've made, but it's okay. I think anyways, I'm probably gonna make the pose lying down so that I can work with it for either type of character. They both should work. And I can just decide on if I want to draw all the details for my OC or not, or if I just want to like come up with a new one that'll probably end up with more detail. But yeah, my pre-established OC, it's I guess if you've been here for a while, you might know her. It's Rima, but I haven't drawn her in a while, so maybe not. Well, no, you probably would. But it's my little like doll OC. Hold on. I tried my best to make a comic and then fucking gave up so fast. But here, I have, give me a second. I have, like, this of her. But she's the one in, she's the blonde one in here. But I kind of gave up on this because I was just like, fuck this. I don't fuck with webtoon formatting drawing. I cannot do it to save my life. But yeah. I like her. She has a fun design, in my opinion. It doesn't look like it in those, but but it's fun. I just never have the energy to like draw all the eyes on her and stuff. So, you know. Something like this, right? I think, yeah. I'm really bad with drawing legs, though. That's like anything past. Honestly, no, I'm just not. I was gonna say anything past the like the hip, I'm like incapable of drawing, and I'm like, no, that's not true. I can draw enough of it, but I just don't like it. It's just not a fun part of the body to draw, in my opinion, but it's okay. Anyways. Like this, I think? Okay. I don't know what I'm doing with these arms. They do not make sense. I don't really understand poses that are just like characters lying down. I don't understand how to do the perspective on them, but it's okay. I got vibes in a dream, okay? Like, I am good. I'm also... Okay, also, honestly, if I start running out of ideas, I'll work more on the Roach comic, okay? But for now, we're just gonna draw my OCs. But just letting y'all know, if y'all see me work on the Roach comic, just know that I've, like, officially given up, / so people keep telling me to finish the goddamn Roach comic, so, like, I got peer pressured into finishing it. So, you know, do with all that as you will. But I try to come up with new stuff every time I stream, but it's hard. Also, this is more Nintendo music, cause I guess by YouTube just decided that I am in fact a Nintendo fan. I've never played a singular game. Well, no, I've played like Super Smash Bros, I guess, but like I've like basically never played any games from Nintendo. That is from Nintendo, right? I don't know. Hand. This is a hand chat, I swear. Okay, fine. I'll go fix this. Something like this, right? I don't actually know. Oh, anyways, I did actually finish the novel for Shibo Yugi, and they ended book 4 with Tamomo's like reappearance after the Halloween night game. And then they just like were like, okay, cliffhanger time, and I was like, oh, cool, really do appreciate that. When's the next book coming out? And it's coming out on in February, so like, yeah, I'm cooked. I'm like seriously debating spending actual money on the story, but it's okay. I mean, who's a pirate? That's not me. Anyways, I'm kidding. We all know that I'm a pirate. But it's okay. You know what? I'm gonna change her hand pose. I just don't fuck with that. I don't really understand how arms work when you lift it up. I feel like I just don't see enough references of it. I don't know. Most people don't really pose. Do people pose with their arms up? I guess they kind of do. Maybe I'm just like unaware of it. But hello. But yeah, maybe I'm just unaware. I don't know. 15 streak. That's crazy. Impressive though. I feel like I stream somewhat inconsistently. Like I'm like, I'll stream at this time and then I don't end up streaming at that time. My bad. Anyways. Oh yes, I also finished reading I Love Amy today as well. In between my 2 fucking classes, except one of my classes was like from 9 to like 3. It was anyways, sorry. I can't do animation, guys. I'm actually so cooked. I have a class just for animation this semester. I'm actually so fucking cooked. I can't do it. I'm not built for that animator lifestyle, chat. I don't. Like, it's fun to draw stuff. I just can't draw the same thing, like, 50 times. Like, that's just gonna kill me, okay? But anyways. But, like, I need to keep my grades up, so, like, I also, like, just gotta, like, do better. Maybe. Potentially. Maybe that's just the solution to all this. Just do better. But yeah, I'm gonna make a, what do you call it? I'm gonna make a short animation, for class next Tuesday on, of a bunny who wakes up and then goes downstairs, sips his coffee, and then looks out the window to see a meteor crashing down, and that's just gonna be, like, the whole plot. Thankfully, this is, like, a short animation project, so she's like, oh, you only need to, like, add a little bit of stuff to it, so it doesn't need to be that much work. And then she's like, by the way, you also need to make it 50 frames minimum, so I was like, cool, so that's not appreciated, but okay. So if y'all see any weird-ass, like, pencil drawings streams this week, it may just be that. And I also have, like, to do another thing for one of my other classes, but that's due on Thursday, and it's a book. And I got the shape of the book down, which is quite fun. I hold on, let me share it over to you guys, 'cause I think it's an interesting, like, shape for a book, but, you know. Give me 1 second. Let me pull it up real quick. Where the fuck are my buttons? Oh, here it is. Image. Oh, wow. I do not realize that this does have just... Hello? I lost it. I lost my image. Wait, hold on. I'm having intense struggles with OBS. I don't know how to use this thing properly. How do I shrink you down? Hello? Why can't I shrink you down more? Oh, there we go. There we go. That's much easier. Okay. Sorry. I don't know why it does that. But yeah, look at this shape of this book. Isn't it so nice? I got called a witch. Anyways, it's just like, they're very simple origami squares that you just glue together at, like, different angles, and then you can get this, like, really interesting shape. Anyways. Okay, back to the drawing. Forever struggling with OBS. I'm sorry. I will figure it out. Says nobody ever. I really haven't improved my streaming setup since, like, since I basically started. Sorry. But, you know, it's okay. It's okay. I'll work on it one day if I feel like it. Oh, it might just be the hands are too small, I think, right? I don't know what's going on here. Something is wrong with the hands, though. You know what? That's good enough. Yeah. I also am weirdly bad at at figuring out how boobs work. It's impressive, but it's okay. Yeah, good enough. Okay, that's how boobs work. That's what I've decided. Also, guys, if you ever think, oh, I'm gonna go take a nap, I'll wake up in a little bit, you will not. You will go to sleep and you won't wake up again, and then you're gonna be like, or you wake up, you see your alarm and be like, 5 more minutes, because you don't technically have anything else to do. You can sleep for another 15 minutes, you can sleep for another 5 minutes, and then it just keeps adding up, and then you will never be awake again. or something like that. Anyways, not saying that I have that problem, but I also really need to not sleep before streams because I will not be awake. Sorry. Anyways. Oh, I think one of the issues is this arm's too upwards. It needs to be moved downwards more. Like that, I guess. I don't know. This arm just feels too stiff, right? Like, I'm not crazy for that. Oh, what the fuck? Oh, wait, actually, you know what? I'm gonna make this arm bend inwards from here. Maybe this hand's just too, like, tilted? I don't know. There's just something wrong with this part of the body. Should I just cover it with a dress? I feel like that's, like, a very simple way of doing it. Fuck my trigger slide. Okay. Cool. I also need to ship a package tomorrow. Fuck. Why do I do this? Anyways. La 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 la. This is like decent enough. Pretend there's a foot here, because I think that's kind of how. Actually, I don't know. I don't really care about where the feet go. Either way, I'm probably gonna crop part of it out. Yeah, definitely much more in like this. And I think because of the fact that the hands are closer to us, I feel like I should. Here. Just like change up the size of stuff just so that it makes more sense. Where the hands are like closer to the face. Sorry, no, not closer to the face, closer to the screen. It does feel a little awkward, but you know, done all my drawings at one point or another. Yeah, this face line is very questionable, but it's okay. It doesn't matter that much. And then this, yeah, then this neck doesn't make sense. Doesn't need to make sense. I don't really care that much. Okay, that's like good enough, right? Is that good? Okay, I'm gonna call it from there. And then I'm gonna do my favorite thing of where I literally just change the color of it so I could use the exact same color to do the secondary sketch on it. Anyways, so we're gonna go with that, and we're just gonna go sketch the second part. So I think we're probably gonna draw Rima, just because I want to draw her. I wish there was a shortcut to turn the opacity up and down. Maybe there is. Maybe I'm just stupid. I don't know. But anyways. I also don't understand how these ears work, but that's okay. Oh wait, shit. She doesn't even have human ears. Who the fuck am I kidding? Her ears are downturned, I believe, right? Yes. No, hold on. Rima's ears. No, these ones are the ones that go upwards. He has those fancy little elf ears. Okay. That'll work, right? And then is this post? No, this I'll draw her after her dollification, I guess. That's a word. Because I've decided it's a word now. I don't understand how elf ears work, guys. It's okay. I feel like I'm gonna go change her outfit. I'm gonna base it off the dress that I wore today. instead. Oh, wait, hold on. Is her head just too, like, one-sided right now? Let me fix the... No, now this part doesn't make sense. But I feel like this part just does make sense anyways. I feel crazy. I feel like I'm going crazy trying to figure out how this shoulder connection thingy works. Like, it's like, hold the fuck up. Give me 1 second. Let me just turn around and just check in the mirror. Because I can't seem to figure out how this works. I feel kind of stupid. Like, it's a weird fold here. That's the issue. Like, this way? And then this way? I guess, kind of. I don't know. I'm not 100% sure what's going on there. But that's okay. There we go. Like this would be better. Okay, here, let's just erase the center lines. And maybe that'll make more sense in my heart. Or not. Okay, you know what? Whatever. Anyways, I'm just gonna go straight into the clothing. We're just gonna do the very basic... shit, no. The collar's too high for her. Actually, is it? I don't know. I feel like her outfit usually has a high collar. And then it'll go out like this way. And, oh, this is gonna be a pain in the ass outfit. Now that I think about it. But it's okay. And then this part's gonna be sheer. Because, again, I'm basing this off of a dress that I wore today. So, it's gonna be a little wacky. But it's okay. How the fuck am I gonna draw sheer clothing? I did not think of that part ahead of time. But it's okay. And then, like this. And then, what was the front again? I think it was a U shape, I think, for the front. Let me see. Where is it? Oh, here we go. Okay. Good thing about always taking photos of your clothes is that you could always have references of your clothes whenever you need them. Because why come up with new ways of new clothes when you can just use your own? Especially if they fit the character, you know? Which is also why I have a lot of characters with like the fancier clothes, because I fear that is in fact what I wear in real life. But it's okay. It works for the characters, so I don't really care that much. I'm gonna obviously change up the print for this. I'm not gonna like use the same print that I have on my shirt, dress, I guess. Cause it just doesn't make sense, but it's okay. Also, obviously the color scheme is gonna be changed too, cause a different character. I am not my OC, unsurprisingly. Nor do I want to be. I do not want any weird experiments conducted on me. That is not fun at all. I am perfectly-ish content to be just a regular ass human. Like I don't need to be turned into a doll or anything, but how does dresses work when they pull like this? Like it would have the tension would go from here, right? And then it would like fall down this way. And it would like go over these guys like that, maybe? I don't know. I should really look more at like editorial magazines sometimes I feel like would be very helpful, but it's okay. Yeah, I feel like dresses don't necessarily make sense a lot of the time as to like how they fall off. But let's just go with kind of like this, I guess. I'm not 100% sure. I'm gonna change the bow direction because I don't really like it this way. I can use like another shirt that I have instead. I got some new ones the other day. Where are you? Whatever. Anyways, I don't mind having the bow. It's just this character technically has more of a side bow situation going on as opposed to a front bow. So I need to like make it like very, very obviously a side bow because also just the angle of her body that's twisted right now. So I have to like make it very obvious that the bow only is on one side, so it doesn't like take over the rest of the drawing. But yeah. Also, I found out there's gonna be a Yuri cup sleeve event in New York City, like I think like in 2 weeks, I believe, but it's happening at the same time as the Ivan Cafe thing. But it's okay because they're a 20-minute walk from each other, and I'm invested. That whole weekend I'm not gonna be doing any work. I'm just gonna go from one random cup sleeve event to one other cup sleeve event to like another like art market or something. Because God forbid I make good life decisions. But also there's a lot of things happening right now, so I'm like, I might as well go. So yeah, this is not an excuse for me to get free Yuri stuff. That is very untrue. Okay, maybe it is. But yeah. Also, my, oh, there you're on the stream right now. But our lovely cockroach collaborator just sent a work in progress of OD. Is this, I believe it's OD, right? Kissing the cockroach? Or is that, who's kissing the cockroach? I don't know. But someone's kissing the cockroach and that's okay. Anyways. Okay. I wasn't sure cause it, oh, sorry. I thought he had like a wreath on his head. Like one of those like, here, like those like laurel wreaths that like the gods have. And so I was thinking that you were doing like OD during like the little god era, and I was like, that doesn't make sense though. I just registered that they were like his fuck ass this thing. Anyways, I think this is fine. Maybe, I don't know, this doesn't make sense to me. I feel like I'm just being stupid right now, but like I feel like this doesn't make sense. That's okay. Okay. And I feel like I definitely feel like I should add something to like the front of the dress just because it fuck, I can't speak English. Feels a little boring right now. Technically, you like in my actual dress, it has like extra tiers of skirt here. Extra tiers of like just frills, which is fine. I can add one more. I feel like if I add one more layer of frills, it's not gonna help it though. I feel like I should add like bows or something. To be fair though, the dress that I have is like an angel print on it, so it doesn't make sense for it to have this many bows. It just has the front bow, and then you can tie a back bow if you want on it. But because this character does have a lot of bows, well, enough bows on her anyways, I feel like it's fine if I add more bows as accessories on her dresses. Not that it matters that much because she's still dead, but it's okay. This is like that, I think. I don't know, something like that. I'm not 100% sure. I don't fuck with that. I don't fuck with that. That shit's ugly. See, this is the problem with my drawing. I just am so indecisive, but it's okay. It's okay. Okay, well, first of all, I'm gonna add another layer of skirt down here just to make sure that makes sense when you're lying down. And then I just need something else. First of all, I'm probably gonna make this guy fluff out a bit more. Or I can... Wait, other solution? Hold on. If I erase this and make this dress like a hell of a lot longer and make it basically like 2 sections or something, and then like you can have like one section basically it's just like training off into the onto the like whole composition, that could work as well, maybe. But then oh, this is gonna be hell and a half for me to figure out how to render, but it's okay. That is for me to deal with. I don't know, I feel like this would just like make it feel a little bigger. But the only issue is, of course, how the fuck does this work? I have no idea. I do not own this much fabric for me to like figure out like with like a picture reference or anything, but like how the hell does this work? I want like a lot of volume on the dress. I think this one's actually much better as a dress than the other one. Also, are you gonna draw the cockroach with his face, or are you gonna just draw the cockroach as the cockroach? You should, like, I respect it both ways. I'm just saying, I respect it both ways. You can either add the shitty Ikemen roach face, but like, or you could just like roach. Also, I'm gonna change the canvas size again. No, not the resolution. What the fuck? Change canvas size. Hello? Button. Okay. 280. No, fuck it. 260. Let's go with that. And then let's just do this way, I think. But I feel like this one makes... The only issue I have with the way this dress... Okay, I guess I will see. The only issue I have with the way the dress looks like this is that it feels like the character is now sitting up and just like awkwardly like posing like that, as opposed to being lying down, which I don't want. I want the character to feel like she's like lying down. I just don't know how to do that. Okay, here, hold on, let me just check real quick. Maybe it's the fact that this part's going downwards. Maybe all the skirt volume should just go upwards a little bit. You know what? Fine. We could just do a short skirt for her. Like that? Does this feel like she's like down? Like she's like lying down? Obviously, I feel like adding like a shadow in the background can also help a bit. But, you know. Yeah, let's go with that. And then this arm genuinely does not make sense to me at all. Oh, I need to remind my club members about the Harajuku market this weekend as well. But I'll do that later. I go on that server on basically always just to like update them about random like events and stuff in the city, and they're like, okay, cool. I've gotten a couple more people to go to the Yuri Cafe with me. Yay. But it's okay. Something like this, right? I'm not 100% sure. Yay, okay. Something like this makes sense to some degree. Okay, right. Now I'm gonna go draw the actual characters stuff in it, which will be odd because now I have to figure out how the fuck do I draw eyes in the middle of the body. I guess we will find out. But I'm gonna go with this type of pattern for this shirt here because it's easy and I'm stupid. No, I'm kidding, I just like it. Where are you, Rima? I swear I have a reference of you somewhere in here. Lock in, girl. Oh, here. Okay. So this arm, she has... What the fuck? Hold on. Okay, so she has one eye up here, approximately. It doesn't really matter which direction the eyes look at because, you know, who cares? And then this part is a joint that she has, a ball joint here. And then she also has another eye right around this part of the joint. And then underneath that part, hold on, you know what? I can just like, where's my, let me check. Sophia. Okay, that's not what I wanted, but it's okay. Here, I'll just shove you in here somewhere. Cool. Okay, delete that, and then I'm gonna import my own. Here you go. Oh, did I fuck up? Whoops, wrong side. My bad, gang. I swear this makes sense, okay? I swear this makes sense to me. And then this part is stitched up like that. And then she has one more eye over here. I think she's a cute character, okay? Like we don't worry about the questionable items that are implanted into her body. Well, actually, technically speaking, it just grows from her. It's like not like she intentionally has it or anything, or like nobody. It's like a byproduct of an experiment. That's kind of why she has these like eyes growing from her. So she's able to like sometimes she gets her limbs replaced. Because the eyes just start infesting a little too much, and sometimes obviously over here you could see like the flesh kind of falling off as well, or that's intended to be the flesh falling off, but obviously like you can't really tell. But yeah, so sometimes she does have to exchange a lot of random, her limbs has to be exchanged every so often just to, you know, make her a little bit more functional, but it's okay. We don't worry about that. I don't remember what side the correct. Oh, this is the correct view. Okay. But isn't she so cute? She's cute. Okay. Anyways. I don't remember. Does she have any issues on her legs? Oh, I guess she kind of does. I forgot about that. I didn't really draw her legs that much because most of the time when I draw her, I only draw her like half body. So I just completely neglect the fact that she may or may not have some slight issues on the legs as well. But it's okay. Again, you can replace your limbs easily. It's okay, she's not human anyways. How the fuck did I go to the elf narrative from here? I don't remember. Anyways. And then her ear has to go from this part as well. And then feel like if you're lying down on this part, your earring would like clink towards your face to some degree. I don't know why I gave her earrings. I think it was more of a, ooh, this looks cool kind of addition. It doesn't make sense for her as a character really either, so, you know, bad character design choices, but it's okay. It looks nice. It's just objectively bad character design, as well. Because I fear my character, this has absolutely no purpose in the design, but it's okay. I just wanted to draw extra piercings, I think. That was mainly the reason. But it's okay. Anyways, so Rima's ears go, I think, from here, right? Or is that too far down the face? Should it be, like, closer? Should I have, like, her ear go from here instead? Yeah, I'll make her face a little closer. Oh, what the fuck? Okay. And then deselect this, and then just do that. Okay, something like that makes more sense. And then her face goes upwards from here, so. I will say this is one of the characters that I do struggle drawing a lot more, because I have to keep her eyes a certain way, which is a little hard when I'm actively jumping between art styles all the time. Also, I am like twisting my head like so much, just trying to figure out how this works, but it's okay. What the fuck? That was an accident. Did not mean to open that. If y'all did not hear that random little reel. Yeah, there's a lot of her design that I like her because she's an interesting looking character, but I will say a lot of her design doesn't necessarily make sense, which is a little bit annoying on my end, but it's okay. Like, why does she have star eyes? Because it looks cool. Why does she, you know, like, need so many piercings, even though she's not really, like, alive, and like, she doesn't have piercings when she was alive, so, like, why the fuck did she suddenly get them when she died? What is with the magenta eyeshadow? I don't know, okay? I just made decisions, and then I am questioning my decisions as per usual. But, you know. I also need to figure out how to, like, I think I want her eyes to be, like, much more, like, closed in this one as well. I do know how her face looks, because I have drawn her face a couple of times. But I want her eyes to be, like, much more, like, closed than usual. Like, she's, like, looking upwards, but, like, you know. But in, like, a tired sort of way is kind of what I'm going with, if that makes any sense. Yeah, I want her to be, like, looking upwards like this. Like, away from the camera, because I don't want the camera, or I guess us, to see her, kind of. I don't know if any of this makes sense, by the way. I just kind of, like, ramble a lot when I'm drawing. Because I need to figure out what I'm drawing, and then also, you know. Like this, right? Okay, one of the issues that I've decided is a little stupid on her design, but I can't really change it now because I've just gone way too far with her now, to bother changing her design. But I don't really care that, like, the star eyes are like a cool concept, but one, it doesn't make any sense with the character, and two, it's a fucking hassle and a half to draw at like certain angles, because you still have to like kind of make it feel like a star eye to some degree, and it's like really, really annoying when you're like looking up at this like really awkward angle and you're like, how do I make like a not squish but kind of squished star? Anyways. This was also during my extremely long bottom eyelashes phase. Not that that has really gotten much further since then. I'm still a fan of adding a lot of bottom lashes to my characters, but you know, it was just like bad back then. Anyways. And then I need her mouth. Let's see. What the fuck? Okay, what do we want her expression to be? Probably something really simple like this, right? Something like this makes sense for her. And then I'll erase this line. Wait, hold on. Like this? I don't know if I want to keep the bow on the nose here. It's not bad, it just also kind of seems like a little stupid of a decision for this particular pose, because I feel like I want more of her face, but also, like, I've never really drawn her face without the bow, so kind of stupid on my end, but it's okay. I love how you can see the evidence of me just like abusing the liquify tool sometimes here, but it's okay. We can ignore that. Anyways, on to objectively my stupidest decision, just because I don't really like drawing this type of hair. I have a lot of complaints about this character. I love her. I just don't like sometimes the way I design characters. So, you know. I just think that sometimes when I'm designing characters, I don't really think ahead of time, like, one, like, how reproducible the character's design is. But then again, usually I don't really draw a character more than once, but sometimes I do. And the sometimes I do part is where it gets a little bit more messy, because I forget that if I don't have the energy to draw this character, nobody else will ever want to draw it. Well, to be fair, I don't really want anybody to draw these characters, but like, you know, it's just like I forget that I'm also one of the people who are kind of a little bit lazy when it comes to drawing certain things. So I don't really know why I do certain things to myself, but it's okay. Anyways. Neck. A neck will always be an issue for me. How do I fix this? Give me 1 second. I just realized this neck doesn't make really much sense. at all. And it won't make any more sense no more I fidget with it either, so it's okay. It just feels like the head and the neck are like, and the body are just kind of going in different directions, which is a little annoying. Which I mean they are, but like, you know, it's for the vibes, guys. It's for the vibes. She's so tragic dead wife sometimes, but it's okay. I'm kidding. She's not tragic dead wife. That is a camcorder, and I don't have one. Okay. Why am I like failing with these shortcuts today? I'm gonna have the hair go a little bit more on the one side, right to the other. And then the hand. Doesn't matter that much, but I'm gonna try and fix it anyways. Does the neck does feel weird, right? Like, I'm not crazy for thinking that. Maybe I am. I don't know. Whatever. Anyways. Good enough. Seems passable. I think. Okay. I think I'm okay with this a little bit. Maybe, I don't know if I wanna, I feel like I should like fix the face or something. It just feels like it's going too far out. I'm not exactly 100% sure what's wrong here, but it just feels like something's wrong with the face, and I don't know what it is, so I can't fix it. Ugh, I hate it when that happens, where it's like, you know something's wrong, but you can't figure out what exactly it is. Ugh, the worst. Anyways. Obviously, we're adding extra lace at the bottom of this skirt because that's just what I do with dresses. Anyways, I think we're okay with this, right? We're good with this? Okay. I'm gonna do the line art for it, I guess. Why am I doing line art? Ew, I hate doing line art. Okay, I guess we're doing line art for some fucking reason. I guess I'm stupid today. I don't fuck with line art. I think it's stupid. I think it's overrated. Line art is just not it. Yeah. I will say this is my favorite liner brush that I have so far. I got it from some like CSP like Christmas discount, obviously. There's like some other ones that are quite nice, like this egg one's quite nice, but I just like, I feel like I just can't figure out how to control it as well. We could try using it actually. It's just like I'm a little more confused on it than the other one. Because it's the size difference, right? If you like, even if you press, this is the hardest you press on it, and that's like the thickest it gets, which is so confusing to me, but it's okay. So you have to like kind of get a bit better at the line art part. I'm gonna go back to my usual one. I hate line art. Why am I doing this? It's okay. I will be complaining about the line art, but I'm still gonna do it anyways, so in the end, I am the idiot. Something like this. Oh, good to know an hour has passed. Okay. Wow. Anyways, this part is a metal. What the fuck are these? No, seriously, I'm now that I'm thinking about it, I'm like, this doesn't actually make sense in this world. Cause it's like a very like old kind of standard-ish fantasy world. So I'm like, it doesn't make sense that the jewelry would be this fine, no? It's like, it's a little too... Huh. What odd life decisions I've created. But it's okay. Something like this, right? Sorry for the lack of conversation when doing line art. I feel like it's just a really annoying thing that I have to like lock into sometimes, but it's okay. Something like this, right? Nice. She's so tragic, like... I was gonna say, like, tragic dead wife, but I'm like, that doesn't make sense. In my heart, this doesn't make sense. But I will say her eyes are also a little too far apart right now, so... Like, I know what my character looks like. I know when her eyes are a little too far apart. Looking. But it's okay. Yes, that actually needs to be more scrunched up so that it looks like she's like tilted upwards a bit more. Fuck. Okay, anyways. I don't know, there's just something going on with the neck that's just like really, really bothering me. But it's okay. a lot of it, I will say, all this liquefying with the sketch is mostly just so I can figure out how the character looks a little bit more, because the sketch kind of feels like it has like very like basic shading on it, which is very helpful sometimes when you're like, oh, does this look right? And it sometimes does. So, you know, that's at least that's why I keep liquefying my sketches. But anyways, like that. And then this part needs to go up and down like this. Also, I just realized I have this one class this semester that is like fully online. What the fuck do I do? Kill myself, I guess. Ugh, I don't like online classes, especially for like more than 2.5 hours. Like, what the hell am I gonna do other than like crash out? But it's okay. Like, I know damn well I'm gonna just like join the meeting and like go lie down on my bed or something. Like, it's bad. Like, I don't fuck with online classes, but trapped in them. It's okay. Thank God I don't have another class that day, though. That'd be really awkward if I had to like go from one online class to like a physical in-person class. Ugh. We should have abolished online school. It's good for like extracurriculars and stuff, but like I don't fuck with that for like actual school. It's like, we have a campus. Use it. Like, what do you mean? What do you mean our classes are online? Like, what? Just like, it's not that far. We all live here anyways. But anyways, yeah. I'm gonna go drink some water. Okay. Does anybody know how those people like, you know how some artists, they're able to like draw like really really flowing like feeling like hair, like they actually, it feels like really ribbony and nice. I cannot figure out how they do that, and I'm like, every time I'm like, I want to figure out how they do it because it just looks so nice. But I feel like I should just do more art studies, but I don't have time. So the only art that I study is myself, my own fucking art, and then I crash out a little bit, but it's okay. No, that's not gonna work. Hold on. Something like this. Oh, thank you for the follow. Anyways, we're just drawing my stupid little OC because I have nothing better to do. I'm probably gonna get it up to basic shading and then just call it a day because I have some work to do for class, but it's okay. Anyways. Yeah. Anyways. I don't fuck with hair, chat. I don't like it. Hair, I was gonna say hair is my worst enemy. No, feet are my worst enemy. I cannot draw feet to save my life. Every time I put my characters in shoes just so that I can avoid drawing feet. Thank you. But yeah, no, I don't fuck with feet, like, at all. It's like, I see some people who are able to draw it, and then I'm just like, every time I try to draw it, it just looks like really, really long and like fingery, and it's like kind of weird. So, you know. But yeah. Anyways, back to my good old proven to be pretty much undefeated way of drawing ruffles, also known as randomly, and it somehow still works, but it's okay. Something like this, right? I'm gonna actually overlap some of the hair with this part of the thing just so it doesn't feel a little off. Something like that works, right? Okay, that works. Yes. Exactly. If it works, it works. Like, that's why I like drawing it like this. But it's like, if I get asked, like, how do you draw ruffles? I'm like, not well. I've seen, like, people who, like, intentionally, like, use, like, as, like, do the ruffles, like, really, really nicely. And I'm just like, it doesn't really matter as long as it feels like it for me. Which is also why, like, I have the ruffles and stuff brushes, like, on Clip Studio Paint, like, here. Like, these simple frill ones. But, like, I never use it. One, because it doesn't fit my art style. I feel like, because I use a lot of, like, softer lines, these, like, hard lines just don't make sense. And also, I'm just like, it just doesn't give the same feeling, you know what I mean? But I do have a lot of these, like, chain brushes because I feel like I might use, like, some of these type of things a little bit more. Like, I like having a collection of these. I don't use them that much, though. I just, like collecting stupid little brushes. But I just feel like a lot of them, they just don't work with the way that I draw, which is a little bit annoying sometimes, but it's okay. Anyways, back to this. Anyways, I think this part of the drawing, I'm gonna say, will be lore-wise in between, maybe, like, I'm not sure, like, maybe, like, after Rima has been, like, trapped in the mansion for a really long time, and then she's, like, slowly fucking losing it, maybe around that time. So it would be, like, I think I'll do it before she meets Talia, though, in the mansion, so she's, like, still unaware that there's somebody else in the place. She just feels like she's just trapped here for a really long time. I think that makes sense. I think that's a pretty good, because I feel like it just makes sense with the way that I'm drawing this character right now. I never really figured out how their interaction would look once they do meet again. You know, post questionable resurrection methods. Maybe, I don't know, like, I'm not 100% sure. Yeah, exactly. I do got time, though. I am, like, basically these are all this is my own character, and it's not like I'm, like, making this into, like, a comic or anything. I tried. I failed. I don't like drawing it. So, you know, it's just, like, you kind of get the OC's lore based off of each drawing that I make, and you kind of have to piece it together, and I have to piece it together while I draw as well. But yeah, I never really thought about it, because I really don't like writing that much, so I don't like write anything for my characters. I just like kind of like draw and go with it. So whatever my drawings end up with is gonna be like whatever is canon to the characters. Which is a little odd, but it works. Like, I haven't had a problem with it so far, but you know, I know a lot of people who like write out their OCs first and then they like start drawing them, or like they draw them then write a big blurb about them, and I'm just like, I feel like it just makes it a little boring for me. Oh, thank you. Yeah, don't worry about like the names of the roles and stuff. I did make this back in like 2023, so yeah, just ignore specifically the color roles. They're a little questionable, but it's okay. But yeah, I'm like, should I change it? And I'm like, nah, there's no point. Anyways, The server I think originally was just for me to like just have a server, and then I was like fuck it, and then I just revamped it. Don't worry. I checked Discord and it was just like Thick Mommy joined, and I was like, yeah, you know what? I won't be judged in this household. Like, we're good. Anyways. Yeah. The server is mainly just so you can get like pings whenever I'm streaming. And be like, oh, by the way, I'm still alive, I guess. And also just for me to send the finished art so you guys can see it. Because obviously, the end result on Twitch is like not the best because there's like compression with the video format. So even if I do like have the whole image out, you can't see a lot of the details as you can on Discord. So yeah. I do also post on other socials, but you know. Yeah. One of the things I like about video is that like you can kind of like get like a nice, like you can see the progress work, but it's just like you can't really see a good like end result ever unless you like awkwardly like put it into the video at the end, you know. But I still feel like it's kind of boring, so I prefer to just do it like this. Anyways, button. Actually, you know what? I feel like I should make the buttons into stars, just so it kind of fits the character a bit more, maybe. Or is that just gonna be too much work for me? Star buttons. Because that will be the only other star part in here. I don't feel like it makes sense. You know what? We're just gonna go with regular buttons. I don't like that. The star buttons is like an interesting idea. I just feel like it just distracts from like everything else in the drawing a little bit too much. It's also very hard for me to draw this because I have to like put like basically no pressure on my pen. Could I change my pen to be smaller? Probably, but like, you know, it's for the vibes, guys. It's for the vibes. Anyways. This is like one of my characters that I like to sketch out quite often. But I never end up like doing any finished art for her because I just don't feel like it. Oh no, yeah, don't worry. It is our cockroach yaoi. So it's called My Husband Attic Wifed Me. So while I was lonely, I fell in love with a cockroach. And it is currently I'm working on volume 2 or chapter 2 of it. And the story is, well, you know, the husband attic wifes the guy, and then he was lonely, and so he finds this cockroach in the kitchen, and then he ends up befriending the cockroach at like in chapter 2, somewhere in here, like at the end of chapter 2, and then they slowly fall in love, and there's gonna be a montage. It's very deep. Yes, my cockroach contributor is also here on the stream right now. Yeah. We have like backstory lore. We have like past lives in this too, because there's like a little bit of reincarnation here. We have a very colorful cast of characters. Yeah, we're doing great work. We are contributing a lot to society. Definitely. But yeah, it's on purpose. Because I feel like if I tried to like draw like proper characters like for like a bunch of chapters, it would like kill me inside a little bit. Also, I genuinely only know how to draw one of the characters as the bad proportioned yaoi, because every time I try to draw him normally, I keep forgetting what he looks like. So, you know, he's a little bit trapped in bad yaoi because I genuinely have no idea how else to draw him. I don't like drawing guys. I don't know if you've noticed from my my drawings on Discord or anything, but like I don't really enjoy drawing guys that much. I find them kind of boring, honestly, so I don't really draw them that much. So, you know, Cockroach Yaoi is one of my only, like, actively I'm drawing guys thing. You wish you were built like that CEO? You wish you were built bigger than a door? You know what? Yeah. Yeah. I mean, technically, you're not even wrong. He is technically a CEO, right? I think that was what we wrote in the lore, right? Yeah. Yes, very rich man. Yeah, I guess he's pretty much a CEO. He would technically be like some type of entrepreneur. Yes, the medieval roach AU. We have we have 14 pages of Google Docs on this. It's not like written, it's not like really written well. It's just like jot notes of it, and it's great. Yes, CEO of the medieval times. Yes, I guess he would technically be more of a merchant if we're going like properly, but like also we have so many like bullshit elements in this story that like who cares about like historical accuracy at this point. You know, if you would like to own a copy of My Husband Attic Wife Me, so while I was lonely I fell in love with a cockroach chapter 1, I do actually have it linked on my VGen. It's free to download. So, you know, I'm just saying, if you want it, you can have it. Anyways. It is in fact something that, here, you know what, I'll give you guys the link. But you can have the cockroach yaoi. Like, it is, here you go. Feel free to collect your cockroaches if you want. Yeah, exactly. That is, oh wait, yeah. You know what? Remind me to print that at school later. Cause I take a bookbinding class, so I have a lot of like access to random materials now. So I'm just saying, guys. I could make this shit into a hardcover if I wanted to. Anyways, yeah. So feel free to download the cockroach yaoi if you want. It's just a shitty little PDF. It's not like a printable PDF. I'm gonna print it myself. You know what? I'll print it before the next Orv event and I'll give you one. I don't know if I'll have any extras though, but I'll probably at least make one of the cockroach books. I'll give it to you. Trust. But yeah. Cause I'm like we gotta take advantage of school supplies, you know? And if that makes my professor stare at me in mild concern, then so be it. I'm kidding. I'm probably just gonna use like the shitty printer paper and then just like bind it a little bit. I love having access to things. I do not abuse the resources that I'm given for stupid shit. No, never. That'd be crazy. Anyways, I will say one of my favorite things to draw on this character are the eyes on the body, because it's just interesting. Also, would you like a specific color for that cover? Because I could like change the color of the cover. Like, because I know we have the beautiful cockroach yaoi like cover right now. But I'm just saying, like, you if you don't want the beautiful illustration that I've created to be like damaged, you can have like one of those like books that, hold on, let me just like draw it out here. You know, like those books that like if you open it, like this is like the real cover and this is like the actual title, but then on the outside it's just like a blank like sheet of paper, so it looks like very non-suspicious and stuff. Yeah, if you have any color suggestions or that you want, just like tell me and I'll go buy it from like Blick or something. Because I do also want to try out some stuff. So I'm using the cockroach yaoi to like try out some bookbinding things. I'm so sorry to my teacher, who is actually asking us to do like, you know, normal stuff. But it's okay. Yes, the future hit yaoi series. The cockroach Yaoi will reign supreme. Anyways, back to this drawing. we can ignore our silly little cockroaches for now. Honestly, I'm not doing too bad on the line art. I think this is actually turning out pretty well. I don't enjoy drawing line art, so usually I do struggle a lot more with it, but I think I'm doing pretty good for today. Anyways. What is this song? What the fuck is this? Hold on. World 1, World 2, Super Mario... Probably something. I don't fucking know. I don't know. It's SMG. I don't know what... Sonic? I don't know. They're all the same to me. I don't actually think Sonic is owned by Nintendo. You know what? I don't have game knowledge. Okay, anyways. My favorite thing is when after Christmas I get Christmas songs stuck in my head, but during Christmas I have no idea like any of the songs that exist. It's very inconvenient, and I don't fuck with Frosty the Snowman. Anyways, right, back to this. I do need to figure out how to draw bows a little better, but I feel like a lot of the bows that I draw are very like voluminous. Like, I know there's a way to draw them, like, a little bit more, like, realistically, but, like, I feel like it's just nicer when they're, like, much more, like, poof. But this one also reminds me of, like, Minnie Mouse's bow. I don't really know how to explain it, but it just feels like it, you know? Like, it's just, like, very, like, puffy. But, you know. It works for some characters because they're cuter, but then for some other ones that I want, like, more, like, a nicer, more like elegant kind of bow, it just like doesn't work for them, like this type of bow drawing, but it's okay, because the rendering is all that matters in the end. Oh shit, hold on, sorry. I'm also I do also draw by just like staring straight at my screen and praying to God that my arm like my hand-eye coordination is decent. So sometimes I do have to go over the lines a couple of times. It's usually better if I like have like I'm able to touch the screen, but because my laptop is obviously very not a touchscreen laptop, it's like a little bit harder for me. But honestly, I think I prefer it like this because then I get to be like a little bit further away from the screen and not just like putting my face like straight here and then I'm like drawing, you know? It's like, it just gets annoying. But you guys can see me more, but like also it's just like, imagine like I'm just drawing like this and I'm like really hunched over. It's like horrible. Anyways. The Future Yaoi shit series. Exactly, guys, exactly. It is the Future Yaoi series. The world has nothing on hit yaoi series My Husband Attic Wife Me, so while I was lonely I fell in love with a cockroach I tried to kill. Do we have a shortened name for that? I feel like we gotta like get like a shorter name for that. You know like how like a lot of danmeis, you just kind of, well, I guess there's a lot less characters in those. You just do like, you pull up with the MDZS or stuff, or like Arha instead. I feel like we need a little bit of that energy, but with the cockroach yaoi, because I don't think just saying medieval roche-you, yeah, that's valid. I feel like I just say the cockroach yaoi, and people sometimes they think it's when you gaze at the cockroach gazes at you, but sometimes like if they already know that I'm drawing this shit, they're like, oh, it's like the one that you're drawing, right? And I'm like, yeah. But I will say the more popular cockroach yaoi in the world is still when you gaze at the cockroach, it gazes back at you, or you know, that one. but it's okay. I spread the cockroach yaoi to enough places on the internet now. Oh, you know what? I need to post it on Blue Sky. That's one of the things I forgot to post. I was like, I feel like I'm forgetting to post something on Blue Sky. Yeah, cockroach yaoi. Anyways, but other than that, it should be on all my social media. No, I need to also post on. Who the fuck posts stuff on TikTok? Okay, I guess I have to, but like, you know, I am cultivating my own fandom. Okay, if I gotta do what I gotta do. Okay. You know what? If the cockroach yaoi has one fan, it's me. If it has zero, if it has zero fans, then me and Amethyst are both dead. So, you know. We are both very locked into the cockroaches. Also, are you working on your homework right now, or are you, like, drawing the cockroaches? like I need to know what you're doing right now, because you sent me that work in progress of the cockroach, and I was like, are you, like, gonna work on that right now, or are you, like, actually doing stuff with your life? Cool. Cool. You know what? Actually, I think I'll just put this part as just, like, with the rendering. I don't think it matters that much. Of course, of course. Okay, I have to do 2 readings for tomorrow. And I'm clearly neglecting it right now. But it's okay. I'm gonna take my piece of ice out of the fridge real quick. Give me a second. It's just like a bottle that's just ice inside. There's nothing else. It's my water, okay? Like, I don't want to talk about it. Anyways, give me 1 second. I will be right back. Hello. Hello. Anyways. My piece of ice? Honestly, yeah, I could do that. I'll add it. I'll put it for the, yeah. I'll probably have to make it animated because, I have one, like, slot open for the, animated emotes on, for tier 1. But, you know. Like, I still have one slot open for it, so I'm gonna probably do that. But just, like, give me a second, okay? I have stuff to do, allegedly. Also known as silly little cockroach yaois and, anything else after that. Okay, anyways, back to the drawing. My eyes. I'll also just probably add it for, Discord. I'll probably make a static one for Discord so you guys can use it. But again, I don't actually know how many of y'all have Discord Nitro, but it's okay. Something like this for the lines, right? Let me just check. I feel like a lot of these lines for, like, the folds don't actually need to, like, make sense. They're just, like, there for me to kind of get some vibes in and then, like, completely ignore them later. You know what? This is turning out okay. I'm gonna jinx it, but, like, it's turning out okay for now. Hello? Why am I zooming in so much? Hello? Lock in. Okay. I will say I do enjoy drawing hands upside down just because like, or whatever direction that the arm faces, mainly because of the fact that I always feel like I'm gonna do something wrong with the hands. And this way it makes it like make more sense to me in my brain, as opposed to like drawing it while, in my opinion, the hands are upside down. Some poses I can draw the hands just like whatever direction like the poses anyways, but for others I'm just like I can only draw in one direction, so I have to like twist and turn the canvas a bit. Like this hand I'm just like not really vibing with, so I have to turn the whole canvas upside down. But obviously for some poses it's just like easier. Like my favorite stupid hand pose is like the one that just like goes like, I don't really know how to explain it. Basically like this stupid little hand pose, it's like easy to draw and you can just draw at whatever angle you want. Y'all see the vision. Okay, anyways, not the point. Bye bye. Chupu chupu. But yeah, I do, a lot of the times whenever I stream, I do actually just have like, so I have this, water bottle, also known as this random ass plastic Poland Spring bottle, that I got some time ago. Obviously it's just like a regular plastic water bottle, that I always like just fill with water, shove it in the fridge, and then I take out around the time before the stream. So I kind of like want to use it like for hydration while I'm streaming, but also it's like an interesting like little timer as like how long it'll take for the water to melt, which is such a stupid thing. But like, you know, if you're stuck in like a computer for a really long time, you gotta like find some sort of entertainment, especially when you start to lose it while drawing. But also I made some nice I made some pretty good chicken soup today. Very irrelevant, but you know. But I do think we're running out of groceries right now, so haha. Probably gonna make my roommate go get some groceries for us later. But you know, I got the groceries last week, so anyways. Yeah. Ooh, chibi. Anyways, back to this. Does this make sense? I don't know. Anyways. Her eye needs to be like going like upwards in this part, because it's just how it works here. Also, if you're gonna embed an eye into a body part, for like creepy horror-y kind of purposes in terms of like the aesthetics, you gotta like add an extra little curve, because you know how your eyeballs are a little curved? It just like makes it look so much nicer. I don't know if anybody ever plans to do that, but like it's good. I like making my OCs a little weird. It makes my life more fun and interesting. Anyways, back to my foolproof stupid little frill method. I don't even know where I got this from. I feel like I probably found it off of like some tutorial online at one point or another. The only issue with this way of drawing frills is that it's a little harder when your like fabric bends. It's better for like more like static-y kind of frills, as opposed to like if your like fabric is like bending and like the frills are starting to overlap. It's a little harder to do it with this, but it's okay. I will make it work. So nobody ever let me see me, but it's okay. Like if I add like one more frill on this side, then it bends over to this side. I don't actually know how it works, but it's okay. It's purely just vibes based, but like it just doesn't work as well when it's like stuff like this. Maybe I have to like just like cover it a little bit more. I don't really know what's going on here. Just don't look too closely at the frills, okay? Anyways. Boong. Oh, I forgot that that's a button. Nice. I never use the spacebar for the hand tool, so I keep forgetting that it exists. Lol. Anyways. Something like this makes more sense, right? Okay. I love vibes-based frills. They're so much more fun and organic. But they are also a pain in the ass to color sometimes if you do want to like have like really nice coloring. It's just like annoying because it's like very nonsensical. But it's okay. Because everything is just based on vibes anyways when I draw sometimes, so. Lol. Anyways. I'll probably do a stream with the Cockroach comic soon. I swear I'll work on it. I just have not had the time recently. Or the energy. Mostly the time, I guess. I don't know. I just go to sleep a lot. But, you know, I don't like going outside, so I really should have more time on my hands, but whatever. Anyways, not the point. But y'all, there will be more Cockroach content. Trust. Trust. I feel like I'm why am I like hello? What is going on here? Okay. Maybe I'm just not locked in enough today. That's okay. Anyways, I'm awake now. Yay! That's good. I start the stream like half awake. It's okay. I will get more awake as this stream goes on, trust me. Until I don't, and then I get EP again. But it's okay. La la la. Yeah, I have so many issues with these type of frills on the corners. I just don't really understand how they work, but it's okay. Corner frills, my worst enemy. Oh, maybe, hold on. Life solution? I make it more like that. Or not like this, but like more like there. Just make it more like funky little shapes. I think this just section is just a little weird. Okay. I don't know. You're not gonna look at the frills too much, hopefully. I'm gonna look at the frills a lot, because I'm drawing them, but y'all won't see it that much in the end product, I think. This is so bedtime music core of it. Anyways. I feel like my frill shapes on this side is a little weak today. That's okay. Like this? That's fine. I'm also just gonna add like a little dotted line just to make sure that there's also a backside to this. Because obviously your skirt's not just gonna exist from one side. I'm gonna actually make this skirt a little more poofy on this side. Just so it feels a little bit more... a little better here. There we go. I'm actually gonna go fix this one just because I feel like it's like going outwards a little bit too much compared to the other one. Maybe? I don't know. I just don't like this one little curve right here. Yo, my ice is melting. You can kind of hear, I don't know if you guys can hear actually, but there's like little crackle sounds. It's like the ice like detaching itself from the plastic. Sorry. It's just very entertaining. I really enjoy watching ice melt. I don't know why. It's just fun. Okay, I have stupid things that entertain me a lot, but anyways. There we go. Yay! Okay. On to the objectively most annoying section. Mainly because I just don't fucking understand how this arm works! No! Oh? Is my ice breaking? It's breaking to the point where it starts to shake. That's the fun part. La la la. I'm gonna just change sitting positions. Anyways, just so it's more comfy for me. Because people who sit with their legs down on the chair are weird as hell, and crisscross applesauce is the way to go. I still don't understand why it's applesauce, but it's okay. Why is it called crisscross applesauce? Why? Does anybody know? Okay, whatever. I will say one of my favorite things while drawing is to think of really random and useless things. It's entertaining. Because you're basically just stuck doing like one thing for like a really long time, which is really nice because it's like, I guess some people call it meditative. I don't really think it's meditative. I just think it's like fun. It's not necessarily relaxing sometimes because, you know, you just get really pissed at this one line and you're like, fuck. Anyways, but I will say it's nice to draw, but sometimes it's like once you're like on like hour 3 of like one drawing, you're just like starting to lose it a little bit. So you have to like mentally distract yourself with like a bunch of random shit. Because, you know, going on your phone and scrolling TikTok will make it so that you just stop the drawing part, and then that's stupid. So, you know, anyways. Oh yeah, I need to write something to... Right. Okay, I'm gonna do that later, but I do have some stuff that I need to do later. And then I'll be able to show y'all my little Ivanhill drawings that I did for a cup soup event. But yeah. Oh wait, hold on. We're gonna make the eyes here like this. A little bit more like that. Nice, okay. And then... Yep. Like this, I guess? Hold on, no. Like outwards a little bit more like this, okay. I will say I do prefer to have the eyes of her arms and stuff like directed towards like the camera more or less, because I feel like it's just like a little bit more disturbing, but like not in like a like stare straight at the camera way, because that's just kind of boring and I feel like it's like a little too obvious. I kind of want it like where it just stares in the general direction of the camera a lot, which I think is a quite nice way of doing it, but you know. I need to like get a grip on these pens. I feel like it's very not good for my body when I'm drawing on these things a little bit sometimes, but yeah, I'm gonna get like a little grippy thing for this. Oh wait, shit, sorry. This eye also needs to be stitched. They're not like well stitched, they're like all like badly stitched together. And that's like the whole point of it. Also tangent, I feel like when those shoulders bend like this, it kind of goes a bit more like that, right? But also, this is one of those like fabrics that twists really easily, so I feel like it would actually go more like that. Anyways. And then this one would just go... Wait, hold on. Sorry. I'm gonna look down real quick just to get the lines proper. I usually try to stare at the screen as much as I can, so my model doesn't like stop tracking my face when I'm talking. But you know, sometimes you just gotta do what you gotta do. Hands are still my weak point, I will say. With a lot of these drawings, I feel like a lot of the times whenever I draw the hands, it just still always feels really wrong. But it's okay. Like, it logically makes sense now, so that's good. Y'all should have seen my old hands. They were bad. They were really bad. My parents kept asking, what the fuck are these? And I'm like, they're hands. And they're like, no, they're not. And I'm like, oh, okay, cool. So you want me dead. Anyways. But yeah. It's okay. Every artist will always struggle with drawing hands. And if you don't, then you're crazy and how do I beat you? Truly. Dun, 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 dun. Okay, well, that's not how this finger works at all. That makes no sense at all, and I'm aware of it. Please do not judge my sausage hands. Okay, maybe you should judge the sausage hands. They are looking a little wacky right now. Okay, well, there's a lot of issues with this hand, but it's okay. With enough Photoshop, also known as just liquefying shit, and abusing the transform tool, it should look half decent, hopefully. Who's gonna look at the hands that much? Everybody? But anyways. Does this look fine? Hold on. Go back to normal. This looks okay-ish, I think, maybe, potentially. I'm not 100% sure. Oh, right, forgot. Her nose, bow. Bloop, bloop, bloop. There we go. That's not bad. That's like good enough. Okay. Anyways, yay! We got the sketch down. Or sorry, the fucking line art down. Kill myself. I can't speak. Okay. Let's go tighten up some other section. Now what we do is my debatably most cursed part of the drawings that I do, where I just use one layer to color everything, but you know, it's debatable because I don't think it's cursed, but everybody else thinks it's cursed. Anyways, let's go select the parts that are not going. Fuck. So ignore that. Y'all did not hear any Target ad or anything. Really should get YouTube Premium. I'm kidding, I'm never gonna do that. Oh wait, that might be copyrighted. Give me a second. Back to Nintendo music. They have a pretty solid lineup of songs. I don't know any of them though. One issue that this drawing is definitely going to have is the background, because the sleeves part of it is going to be sheer. Which, you know, not a great combo with any sort of pattern background, but I will deal with that when that becomes a problem. For now, we will be absolutely ignoring the background. The background is an illusion. Or something, I don't know. Okay. Now that should be fine. That part just felt a little weird to me. Oh. My water's exploding. Forgot it does that. Whoops. I just like the taste of cold ice, okay? It's fun and crunchy. I'll take no judgments. Alright. Anyways, fuck my chungus life. On to the coloring, also known as, we're just gonna do the base colors, I think. I don't really want to do the full rendering today, because I need to do my homework, and I keep forgetting about that, because I'm just like, oh, I could just add one more little thing in here. Like, girl, you can't afford to add one more little thing. You're fucked. You're gonna fail your classes. Anyways, I'm a little dramatic, but that's okay. Yay! Anyways, I'm gonna just change the background color to be a bit more like darker, because usually when I draw her, she's usually in a much darker scene anyways. Ooh, you know what? Actually, life solution. What do you think of lighting it like this? But you, I mean, it's like anybody at this point. See my vision, maybe. I don't know. Maybe you won't. Okay. But basically what I'm thinking is I have the lights like this, like over her body, and it's just like a circle, and then everything else is dark. Maybe it'll work. Anyways, not the point. I haven't decided. Okay, 2 hours. I haven't decided that's what I wanted, but that's okay. Anyways. Either way, I just need to get the colors in first. It's just like really rough colors though, so it doesn't matter that much. And then I'm just gonna do like the very basic shading. And I will not do any more than just very basic shading. Probably. I will try not to. Hold on. This is always a struggle with her skin. I can never remember. Is her hair darker than her? No, her hair and her skin are very similar in tone. I'm not gonna eye drop it just because because it's gonna be like the background's a different color, so it'll turn out a very different vibe. Maybe I want it a little bit more gray, I think. Yeah, you know what? Let's just go full dead wife core on her. Thankfully though, I do know her color palette really well because I've drawn her so many goddamn times. So that's not an issue really with drawing her, but like some characters that I have, I just like don't remember what colors they are sometimes, so I have to like look at them again and again and again, which takes up a lot of time. But anyways, so she's fine with that in that department. Drink. Bloop. Okay. And then what else do I need? Oh right, I need first of all, I'm gonna go fix up some of these guys real quick. Okay. Let's go with something like that, maybe? Okay. And then we're gonna go with the bright red bow. By bright red, I mean like mild-ish kind of red. Fuck, that's not the right color. Maybe a little bit more on this part. Yes, that's a better red for her. Is this? Yeah, that's not gonna work. Okay, let's go with. You know what? Fuck you. Bloop. That's gonna be that part. And then you are also unable to be filled in immediately. I'm gonna go with the buttons are gonna be red too because it looks nice, and I said so. Truly my reasonings for sometimes when I'm just drawing is it looks nice and I said so. Like, why is it like this? Because I want it to be. I don't know. Like, every time I'm like told, oh, you need to like justify your reasoning for like why you did this in this part of the drawing, and I'm like, no I don't. Like, I just do it because it looks nice. Like, it's aesthetically pleasing. It doesn't have to have a deeper meaning. But I feel like a lot of the times you're like forced to kind of make a deeper meaning on like random artwork, so you kind of just like get really good at bullshitting. That's like one of the things I learned. Like, it's like if you guys ever plan to go into the arts, you need to get really good at bullshitting. And you may say, oh, like a lot of these famous artists aren't bullshitting. I swear to God, sometimes when I hear some people's artist statements, I'm just like, I know damn well you came up with this on the spot. But it's okay. But it's okay. We all tend to bullshit anyways. like I've had like props being like, oh, what is this random ass piece about? And I'm just like, yeah, so the colors here are being used for blah 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 blah. And then you honestly, I feel like if you really want to get good at bullshitting in terms of like arts and stuff, you just gotta like pick a couple things. Yeah, no, genuinely. Yeah, it's, but like it gives their work more value. It's like if you have a meaning behind it, then it gives them more value. But I think it's a little stupid in my mind. But you end up getting really good at it at one point or another. For me, my preferred method of bullshitting is very specifically when it comes to stuff like my drawings, I kind of just like memorize a couple of random things. Like if I sometimes when I'm bored, I just add a bunch of flowers to my drawings, and I'm like, okay, so actually I just gotta like lock in with flower language, and that's one of the ways I can bullshit things. Another one is just knowing like very basic art terms and being like, oh yeah, so this thing is so that like the drawing is more fluid or whatever. Or like you mean like, oh, it's like breaking the current rules of, I don't know, like composition, and that's why it just looks really fucking off. Honestly though, you genuinely do get really good at it really fast. It's like I've had a lot of artworks where I'm just like, I have no idea. Like a lot of the drawings that I make, I come up with like while I'm just chilling. And so whenever I get asked like, oh, what's the meaning behind this piece, I'm like, fuck, I don't actually know, because I didn't like come up with a meaning behind it beforehand. But like you kind of get really good at it really fast. Like for me, obviously one of my go-tos is, oh, the meaning behind this is, you know, something about like the colors and why I chose these random little colors. Keep to the numbers. Yeah, I can't. I feel like numbers are really hard for me. Bullshitting art terms, very easy. You know, each their own. We all have our own, I guess, strengths, even if some of them are literal bullshit. I'm adding one. Oh shit, actually hold on, I'm gonna do this later, because I still need to, there's gonna be a lot of white on this piece just because of the character. She's very often dressed in white, for my own aesthetic amusement, but also, you know, because it's nice. But anyways, I'm gonna fix up her eyes real quick. I'm drawing my OC. Her name is Rima, and I don't really know. I don't remember most of her lore. Not gonna lie. But it's my little character. It's my little original character. She's what information do I have about her? I do come up with the story while I work most of the time. But she's like, okay, so she used to be in this like cult, because obviously she used to be in a cult. And then she got killed as like a human elf human sacrifice. Not 100% sure what the term for that is. But she also had like a lover who got like really like sad about it, and so she mildly killed everybody and then like learn forbidden magic to resurrect her. But obviously you're not supposed to like resurrect people, so that's why Rima is basically trapped in this like eternal body where like she's basically like a living doll now, where like all her, I actually don't sorry, I'm like kind of annoyed at, I'm not sure if I want this color here. Sorry, this is very irrelevant. But yeah, so she has this, okay, I'm trying to figure out how to make this like somewhat breaking up, but I don't want like it to look that like fully red. Anyways, so she's basically trapped in this body where like all her limbs are like these doll parts, but because it's like more of like a curse kind of thing, she's all her like body parts start to like rot and like grow eyes and stuff, so she has to get them replaced every so often, which is really annoying. And she's not really a person anymore because, you know, that. But you know, she's my cute little OC, and I don't traumatize them at all, and she's perfectly fine and normal. And yeah, she's also may or may not be trapped in a mansion because Rima was like, Talia was like, you already died once and now I can't let you die again, therefore you're now forever trapped in this mansion alone. Also, but alone in the sense that like she's watching her through like the PA system or something, or like the security system, but like, you know, just like normal stuff, I think. Very normal character stuff happening here. Yeah. That's your little rundown of my stupid little characters. Let's go 25 here. Yeah. So like, okay, the thing is, she can live with the rotting limbs and stuff. It's just like inconvenient, you know? Like if your limbs start to rot, it's just like annoying. One, because it starts to like grow a bunch of stuff from it, but also it's just like aesthetically annoying. But like she can live with she can live with those limbs, like even if they're like really really rotted, like she can still like live with them. Like she can't die, but it's also like just uncomfortable, I guess, for her. That's kind of the gist of it, but you know, to be fair though, a lot of the story is kind of nonsensical because I don't write it down first. I immediately go into the drawing. Which means that every time I redraw them, like certain parts of the story can get reinterpreted because I just draw another piece that doesn't make sense with the previous established lore, so you know. Yeah. Also, it's okay if she has to get her limbs replaced. Yeah. It started off because okay, here, let me airdrop it real quick. To my laptop just so I can show y'all. People who have been here for a while would know what I'm talking about, but it's okay. So basically the first drawing I made of her, give me 1 second to just share it to my laptop real quick, because my laptop refuses to get anything ever. Here. So basically the reason why I started with this character in the first place was because I was like learning how to draw backgrounds during this time. So I kind of wanted to like put a character into like a scene, right? So I came up with this random ass character. This is her. And I was like, ooh, she looks like she could have like a very interesting story. So then I ended up drawing another drawing of her later on, and then it's just like the story has just slowly been established since then. Here, so this is the first drawing of her, and then after this she ends up like, and then my second drawing is this one. And this is where I got the like the limb replacement part and all that. But yeah, and then afterwards, after this part was when I drew Talia for the first time. So originally I wanted her to be like experimented on in terms of like a random like cult situation or whatever, but then I added Talia, and I decided that it would make more sense like lore wise if I made Talia the one who like turned her into like this doll creature, because afterwards I also started drawing more of Talia's lore as well, so you know, it's a thing. Yeah. Anyways, back to this drawing. I'm not gonna be finishing this drawing today because I don't have time, honestly. But yeah, I will try to get as much as, I mean, I'm probably just gonna end it at like sometime. Yeah, no, that's fine, I don't mind. If you're gonna say it's really edgy, I know. Anyways. The polka dot man? What? What is that? Oh my god, that's crazy. But like, yeah, that's valid. It's okay. I personally don't really see it, so like I'm good. But you know. Oh fuck. Whoops. I'm debating where I want the lighting to come from. Probably like up here, right? So I'm gonna, ooh. Something like up this area can be deleted. We're just gonna get basic lighting in here. I really like this method of adding lights to a character, not gonna lie. I found this on Twitter the other day and I was like, fuck yeah. And then I think I just like never stopped, not gonna lie. Anyways. I feel like for the polka dot man, I feel like her eyes definitely look, it looks like maybe, I don't see it personally, but like maybe you could argue that. But I feel like it's mostly because it's also just unrendered right now. That's probably the problem. Usually once I render her, she's less polka dot man-y. It's just very flat right now, but should be fine. Oh, actually no, is this right? This part needs to have a shadow though. I know that for a fact. Something like this is okay. And then like this. I'm so bad at trying to figure out how lights work. This is purely vibes based, and that's okay. I feel like at least this part of the eye should be, and then part of the hair should be lightened as well. It's based off the, I should have, now that I think about it, I did forget to add the red bow in her hair, but I think it doesn't matter for this outfit. I'm like okay with changing it up a little bit per outfit. Discolored oval eyes. Oh, okay. Yeah, I think it might be that, and also just probably because it's just not shaded yet. I feel like shading does have a lot of impact on end results a lot of the time. At least for me, whenever I see art, I'm like, wow, how did you get from A to B? But it's okay. Maybe it'll stay forever Polka Dot Man to you, but that's okay. I don't know how the hair works, though. I didn't think of this ahead of time, chat. It's okay, it's okay. When it comes to modern art, nobody does, anyways. Lol. Not that I'm a particular modern art hater, I just hate certain movements within modern art. I think they're just kind of stupid sometimes, but, you know. Like, I'm aware why they happen, I just don't fuck with it, so, yeah. Looking at you, Dadaism. Anyways. How do I do that? Give me a second. Hold on. Let me just check something real quick. Just like,
One of the coolest tools.
how do I mute this? Okay, here you go. Oh, it's in the objects tool. Sorry, I'm just looking for my selection features. Because I was trying to figure out, because last time I was like individually selecting like each of these boxes, and it was just like a lot of work, and I was like, nah, I'm not doing that again this time. So I was like looking for how to fix it. Gotta love YouTube short tutorials, I guess. I don't fucking know. Anyways. Yeah. My very healthy creature feature. Honestly, probably shouldn't be doing this much detail. You know what? A lot of the shading can just come from the shading part later. Something like this works, right? But I will say, one of the things that I still need to work on a bit more is backgrounds, because I still do not enjoy drawing backgrounds at all. And I need to figure out how to integrate characters into backgrounds a bit better. I mean, I managed to do a little bit better this year, but it's not good enough. Anyways. I'm just thinking of like what I should probably work on for this year. Because usually I do try to like stick with like one random ass thing that I just like fucked up. I mean, yeah, technically a little bit of it is because of, it really depends on what type of art you end up buying / selling, and also who's the clientele, right? Like, some of it's fine, some of it's like, it's, I don't know. There's a lot of people who just buy art to write off their taxes, and yeah. I don't really understand why, but whatever. I guess people just really don't want to do their taxes. I mean, they have to do their taxes anyways. Anyways. Maybe. Who knows? Sorry, I'm maybe slow to respond because I'm not really looking at the chat right now. I'm very actively staring at the screen that I'm drawing on. So, just, you know, if I am responding really slowly after you type a message, just know that I'm not like ignoring you. I just like cannot see right now. But yeah. Something like this would work better, right? Because then the light comes from like... I don't really know where the light comes from in this... What the fuck? That was not English. Come from in this drawing, but it's okay. You can kind of like guesstimate it. Anyways, guys, I don't evade my taxes. I do my taxes. I've done my singular time. I've done my taxes. I have to do my taxes later again this year. Fuck. Anyways. Okay, I think this is like okay enough for the lighting, right? This makes sense? Maybe? A little bit? Decently? Enough? Whatever. In my heart, this makes just enough sense for me to justify it. Okay, that's good. Oh god, the eternal struggle with lighting that I have. Alright, let me check if this actually is a thing. A select layer? Is it like this? How do I... No, that's not right. Oh, no, that's not what I'm looking for at all. Okay. How do I do this? Am I just gonna... Fuck it. Let's just do it like this. No, deselect. You. Yeah, that works. Okay, invert this, and then add another hard light layer here. And then this time we're gonna go with a lighter color. Trust me, this works, okay? There is a vision here. And basically this just kind of like makes the colors a little brighter on the parts that need to be brighter. Like this part, and then I can alpha lock this part, and then let me just let's go with a bit more red on this side. Oh, like this. Yes, like this. Like look at how much nicer the lighting is. Oh, that's fine, that's fine. I too need to do my college work. Instead of this, but you know, making good life decisions is not what college students do, okay? So we're good. This is fine. This is very on theme. On brand. No, but I do actually have to do readings in a bit, so I'm just gonna like finish this real quick. Cause fuck, I have discussions tomorrow. I hate the discussions. Anyways. Yeah. The death trap nowadays is Instagram Reels, honestly. I deleted TikTok because I just like I spent too long scrolling on it at one point. I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna like actually film my classes. So I just deleted the whole app from my phone. But now I keep forgetting to post on TikTok because I just don't have it anymore. And I'm like, fuck, I need to do that. It's a non-existent balance on my end, but you know, it's okay. Anyways, and now I add an overlay layer here just to add in some colors, some basic little colors onto the character. So like for the face, you can get it a little bit more red. The ears, the hands. Oh, I'm an illustration major, so, you know, the art stuff kind of... I am the one who will be money laundering in the future, chat. For legal reasons, that is a joke. But, you know. I do art for school, I do art for everything. Yeah, I have to, well, right now, since it's the start of a new semester, it's not as bad. Right now I have to make 2 books, 1 animation, and I don't know, some other little stuff, but it's not that bad. So I'll survive, I think. I don't know. No, I won't, but like I'll survive if I'm delusional enough and whatever. But yeah, a lot of I do a lot of outside of school projects, which is not really like, it's just all my Twitch stuff. It's like none of them is for school pretty much. Actually, no, sometimes I do my school projects on here, but y'all know. It's okay. Y'all know when I do my school projects on here. I do mention that I'm like, oh yeah, by the way, I'm doing this for school. Sometimes, but I try my best not to, just because I do not want to be doing schoolwork on while I'm streaming, because usually I do streaming for fun, but sometimes it's like you just cannot finish your work, so you kind of got to, which I don't really like, but it's okay. I'm just trying to get the basic shading in right now, cause it works. This is a method that has been working quite well for me, honestly. So, you know. Okay, anyways, I should probably get the colors correct more. Balance work and life. Yeah, no, I'm actually unemployed, but it's okay. Work-life balance. Yeah, school's fine, I guess. It's not bad. I just don't like human interaction that much, so it's always a struggle sometimes, but you know. I do be like that. Oh my god, I have to do like, I think I'm probably gonna have to do a couple of group projects this year, and I'm gonna kill myself. Every time a group project comes around, I feel like I always get stuck with like the worst group. Like, I don't know if that just happens for everybody, but like I feel like every time a group project comes around, it's like you always end up with the worst group possible. Oh damn, that's tragic. Yeah, I've heard about how bad the job market is for STEM majors, so. My brother, he was originally gonna go into CS, but then he realized that it's genuinely impossible for him to get any jobs, so he switched over to game development, which I'm not sure if you're able to get jobs more there either, so, you know, maybe that was a stupid choice, but, you know. But yeah. I don't think the job market is going to get any better by the time I graduate, honestly. I'm currently a sophomore, for context, but, you know. So I have a little bit longer to go. You have to, like, do all your, like, thesis and stuff now. I'm so sorry. Every time I see a senior in the halls, I'm like, wow, must suck. Truly. But yeah.
Năm mới vẫn là extra value meals tại McDonald's. Giờ đây thưởng thức sausage McMuffin with egg thơm ngon, thêm vài hash browns.
Oh, interesting. Okay. Really? We all have to do theses at my school. I'm pretty sure. What the fuck am I gonna do my thesis on? I'm an art major. What the fuck am I gonna do a thesis on? Yo, I'm actually cooked. Wait, you know what? That's actually a really stupid thing that I just realized that may or may not become a problem later. Oh, okay, okay. That makes more sense. I guess mine is technically more like a project in the end, but you know, it's still like, what the fuck am I gonna do it on? Oh my god. It'll just be like added to my portfolio, I think. But yeah, I'm gonna hopefully survive that. And then I also need to add some blush to the face. Okay. You know what? I'm good with this. This is not that bad. Alright. This is more just for my own amusement, honestly, this part of the drawing. Thank you. You know what? I will figure it out, I guess. You know what? Yeah. This is kind of generally what I want the lighting to be like, but I don't like this kind of like fake looking thing. Anyways, I think just because I don't, well, one, I need to work on my actual homework. I'm gonna end the stream here for today. But yeah, anyways, thank you guys for coming. Sorry this, I didn't finish this drawing. But yeah, I'll be back Thursday, I think. Maybe tomorrow as well. I don't know. I haven't decided. But definitely on Thursday I'll be back. But yeah, anyways, I will end the stream now. Bye bye. Oh no, it's fine. Feel free to yap. Okay, bye bye.